But what I want to go over first is the basics of a Zoom meeting and how to participate. So Janie and I are the hosts of this meeting. We started it. We have extra controls. And you who just clicked on a link and showed up, you are participants. So we're going to go over that. And I'm going to show you the basic tools in and around the screen and what you're looking at and what they do. That includes the toolbar, which may be located in different devices. So we'll help everyone if you have questions. The participant box, that's where you see people's names. The chat box, where you can send people messages in the meeting to everyone or an individual participant. I'm going to show you the microphone and the video icons so you can turn your mic and camera on and off. And I'm going to go over the speaker view versus the gallery view. So that shows all the faces like the Brady Bunch, or you can feature the person speaking. And then we'll go through there. So I'm going to stop the share. Here we go. And here we go. I just need to see my notes as well. Okay, so first thing I want to do is just point out a few things that are on the toolbar that will be helpful for you to know. So for most people, if you look to the bottom left of your screen, you're going to see two icons. You're going to see a microphone icon that will probably say unmute under yours. And you'll see a camera icon that says, probably for you, says start video. And what that does is that allows you to toggle between being muted so no one can hear you, and unmuting so you can speak. And then same thing with the video. So if I go ahead and click on that button, right? And now when I click it on, you can hear me. So that's how that works. And then the stop video. Sometimes, and I'll tell you a little bit why this might be useful. There's times when I'm in a meeting and I need to get up and attend to something, but I still want to hear what's going on and I still want to speak. I can go ahead and shut my camera off. So everyone should be able to hear me speaking. Thumbs up if you can hear me speaking. Awesome. But you can't see me. So I can go ahead and turn my camera back on. And here I am. So that's helpful. Like I live with my boyfriend in a small apartment. So sometimes he comes home and has to walk around. So it's just easier for me to shut the camera off. I don't have to interrupt the meeting. And same for mute. That can be helpful. We're going to go over courtesy later. Okay. So then usually for most people, you're going to see a toolbar at the middle on the bottom of your screen. And so I think on some devices, it might be at the top. I'm using a MacBook Pro. And it's on the bottom. So I see security, I see participants, I see chat, I see share screen. To the left of the toolbar, you're gonna see a whole bunch of icons. One of them is participants. And this shows you who else is in the meeting with you. So if you were to go to click on that and click off, what you'll likely see is a pop-up box, or to the right, I have a menu bar to the right that has a list and I can scroll through and see everyone that's on the meeting. And you can also see whether you'll see the little microphone and the camera icon. So you can tell who's muted and whose camera is on. And that can be helpful if you're hosting or you're just in a meeting and you can't see anyone, but you're like, oh, they're there. You can see, there's all these people that are there, but they just have their camera off. And you can see everyone's name. So I'm getting not as good at remembering people's names. So for me, that's really helpful. Okay, and then to the right of that, and you can click that on and click that off. So when you click it once, it should show up. When you click it again, it goes away. And then to the right of that, you see a chat button. It has a little like talking bubble. And once again, if you click on that, it depends which device you're on, but you'll see either a box, like a pop-up box, or to the right, you'll see a panel. That's what I see. And it's a place to type messages. And I'm going to go over that, but I just want to make sure everyone can familiarize themselves with the landscape. And I think that's it. Janie, can you tune in and let me know if there's anything I missed on the menu bar I should cover?
Sure. Right now it sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Great. Let me go back to my thing. Okay, and then the final thing I wanted to show you. So I'm not sure how your view is set up. What I'm seeing is, like I said, a grid view. It's known as the gallery view. It looks like the Brady Bunch. I see a whole bunch of I see everyone who has the camera on. To the top right, you can also choose the option of speaker view. And what that does is when I put that on, whoever is speaking, their face will pop up. So Janie, will you unmute yourself and say something?
I think this is a really cool class. I really like it a lot.
So when I say something, again, I think if everyone has their speaker view up, you'll see it toggling between me and Janie. Thumbs up, if that makes sense. Yes? Okay. I'm going to go back. So I actually prefer, depending on what, oh, someone learned about reactions. Good job, Tara. So yes, so the way I prefer most times in a meeting is to be on the grid view, so I can see everyone. It also for me is a little bit distracting if there's multiple speakers, because it'll flash and then it'll flash and then it'll flash. And then if someone coughs or makes any kind of noise, their face pops up. So I usually prefer a gallery view, but what I can do as host is actually spotlight someone. So Janie and Steve Tuna run a Island Tunes concert. They've been doing that the last couple months. And what I do is when a musician plays, I can feature that person. So that's when a speaker view is good. If you're in a meeting where only one person's really speaking and everyone else is muted, then maybe you do want to feature that person and see them on the big screen. Okay, let's see. That's what I have for just kind of getting the lay of the land. Does anyone have a question so far about what I just talked about? Yes, Jackie.
There's one more button. It says record. So does that mean I can record this meeting?
Oh, interesting. Yes. So I thought that was just on the host. That's something, once again, if you come next week, we can put in the settings. When I schedule the meeting, I can put all types of controls and parameters. So I believe you could click record. I am recording the meeting already, but you could probably record it to your computer, but it may require you to ask the host. So if you were
I think you have to ask the host.
Yeah, so if you were to click that, something would pop up on my screen saying Jackie is requesting to record the meeting, and I can click yes or no.
Thank you, Janet.
I have a question.
Yes.
You said that you can focus on two people. Can you demonstrate that again?
The way we would focus on two people is to have everyone shut their cameras off. But I mean, if this was a class, if this was a conversation, which we probably wouldn't do through this type of, we'd probably do it through the webinar feature. But if this was a conversation between me and, like say Janie is going to talk about all the songs she writes and I'm going to interview her, we might have everyone shut their cameras off and just feature Janie and I. But typically it's either gallery with everyone or just speaker and it's just one person. Does that make sense?
In other words, that would be a stop video. When you say shut the cameras off, it would mean stop video.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
But a webinar is you're going to show later how to do that, right?
Yeah, it's a completely different feature, so we won't cover that
Okay.
yet. When you clicked on reactions, if you click on it, it's just a way to respond to people silently. So if someone says, oh, and I, did this week and it was fantastic, you can do a little hand clap. You can do a thumbs up. So that's all that is showing your appreciation without having to unmute yourself. And the final thing we wanted to cover was Zoom courtesy. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're all new to this and we're all figuring it out. But here's a few things to keep in mind. Does everyone see my screen where it says
Yep.
courtesy? Yeah. Okay, so here's some things to think about when you're a participant in a Zoom meeting. If you're unfamiliar, and hopefully you're less unfamiliar with Zoom, go ahead and reach out to the host in advance with questions, or plan to arrive about 15 minutes early, because what that will do is give you a sense of, there's many tools we went over that you won't need in any other meeting. Like many times you just show up and you just have to sit and listen. But if you're not sure what's going to happen, reach out to the host and find out what you might need, and also show up 15 minutes early so you can work through any problems or any questions you might have. The second thing to keep in mind is to mute yourself when you're not speaking. So today I went ahead and muted everyone as we were starting, But good practice is that if you're not speaking and you're not going to be speaking immediately, then go ahead and mute yourself. And what that does is it prevents any sounds that you're not expecting. So we have 2 dogs. Our schedules are kind of all over the place. So at any moment, I might be distracted by a sound, and that's okay if I am, but I don't want the whole meeting to be distracted by the sound. So best practice is to go ahead and mute yourself if you're not speaking. And the other thing you can do that will be helpful for you and everyone is consider picking up a set of headphones or find a quiet setting. And then that will help you and everyone stay more focused, and it'll actually increase your audio. People will be able to hear you more clearly. So most of us are at home right now, but if we get to a place where we're in a place where there's other people around, there's other noise, then it can be helpful to have headphones in, because people will hear you more clearly, and you can hear them more clearly, and there's less other noise. Yes, Paul?
So that if on iTunes, if I wear headphones, I'm going to sound better?
If you have a microphone, you're gonna, yes. So when I say headphones, I mean the headphones that have a mic in them. So, which most headsets now have a microphone included. Like if you talk on your phone, you have your headset plugged in, or if it's wireless, then the sound quality will be a bit better.
Okay.
Janie, do you have anything to add?
I think it's a really great idea to mute yourself, and because it is very distracting when you have a lot of people talking in the background, or you know, your partner is in the next room watching TV and the volume's up. It's distracting. So and it's hard, like when we have 20 people, it's hard to like mute everyone and then unmute the one person who's talking. So but it's very easy for the participant to just take control of their own mic, right?